to Coffee with the Pastor. I'm Tyus and I'm your host today, and we are on day one. I got one of my favorite coffees. It's Ethiopian coffee, one of my favorites of all time. If you've never had Ethiopian coffee, you can find it at any of your Target stores. Right? No, that's not an ad for Target. I just like Ethiopian coffee. But today we're on Proverbs chapter 1. Solomon, it states right here, these are the Proverbs of King Solomon of Israel, David's son. He wrote them to teach his people how to live, how to act in every circumstances. The reason why I love Proverbs so much because it teaches us how to live every day. It gives us bullet points on how to function in a world that's not functioning as well as it should. It teaches us how to be the head and not the tail. In verse number 3, it says, for he wanted them to be understanding, just, and fair in everything they did. I want to make the simple-minded wise, he said. I want to warn young men about some problems they would face. Boy, is that true. I remember growing up, how many problems I faced. I wish I had Proverbs at that time. I want those already wise to become wiser and become leaders by exploring the depths of the meaning of these nuggets of truth. How does a man become wise? The first step is to trust and reverence the Lord. Only fools refuse to be taught. Listen to your father and your mother. What you learn from them will stand you in good stead. It will gain you many honors. If young toughs tell you, come and join us, turn your back on them. We'll hide and rob and kill, they said. Good or bad, we'll treat them all alike. And loot, we'll get all kinds of stuff. Come on, throw in your loot with us. We'll split this with equal shares. Don't do it, son. Stay far from men like that. For crime is their way of life, and murder is their specialty. When the bird sees a trap being set, it stays away, but not these men. They trap themselves. They lay a booby trap for their own lives. Such is the fate of all who live by violence and murder. They would die a violent death. Now listen to this in verse 20. Wisdom shouts in the streets for hearing. She calls out to the crowd along the main street, to judge in their courts, to everyone in all the land. You simpletons, she cries, how long will you go on being fools? How long will you scoff at wisdom and fight the facts? Come here and listen to me. I'll pour out the spirit of wisdom upon you and make you wise. I have called you so often, but still you won't come. I have pleaded, but all in vain, for you have spurned my counsel and reproof. Someday you'll be in trouble, and I'll laugh. And mock me, you will. I'll mock you. When a storm of terror surrounds you, and when you are engulfed by anguish and distress, then I will not answer your cry for help. It'll be too late, though you search for me even so anxiously. For you closed your eyes to the facts and did not choose reverence and trust the Lord. And you turned your back on me, spurning my advice. That's why you must eat the bitter fruit of having your own way and experiencing the full terror of the pathway you've chosen. For you turned away from me to death. Your own complacency will kill you, fools. But all who listen to me shall live in peace and safety and afraid. Right off this top, day number 1, wisdom calls out to all of us. The question is, will we answer it? Today, when wisdom calls out, take some time to listen closely, because wisdom will save your life. Remember, the Bible tells us explicitly, seek after wisdom. When you find wisdom, hold tight to her. Over the next couple of days, we'll find out more about wisdom. Remember, seek wisdom and then live a wise life. Look forward to being with you tomorrow.